Hey guys, and welcome to this episode of Review Flicks. In this video, we're going to be talking about potential plot leaks for the upcoming Superman Legacy DC reboot, guys. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, stay up to date with all the movie news we have going on around here. And with that down, let's jump into this DC news. So guys, we're going to check out this article from comicbookmovie.com. Superman Legacy, rumoured plot details, finally reveal the reboot's lead villain, possible spoilers. Yeah, guys, so if you don't want to know anything about the Superman Legacy reboot, then, this is your warning that there could potentially be spoilers. But then again, take this news with a massive grain of salt for what it's worth, guys. But let's keep reading and see if we can learn what's going on with the Superman plot, guys. And no, it's not Lex Luthor. While the villain will still likely appear in Superman Legacy, newly surfaced plot details for James Gunn's reboot may reveal the true big bad, and you're going to love it. That's always good news. It's always good when we love stuff, guys. So for years now, DC comic fans have made it clear that they want to see the Man of Steel battle Brainiac on screen. In theaters, the iconic hero has squared off with the likes of General Zod, Steppenwolf, and even Batman. But is James Gunn finally going to pit Kal-El against the deadly collector of worlds in Superman Legacy? If this new rumor is to be believed, then it's a yes. Yeah, guys, I know that fans have been clamoring for this for years to see it on screen. Brainiac, Superman, going against each other on screen, in a really good movie. And it looks like James Gunn might potentially be giving us that in Superman Legacy, if this report is to be believed, guys. But we'll have to keep our eyes on it. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing Brainiac in a Superman movie. I think it'd be super fun, super fresh kind of idea that we haven't seen recently in the Superman movie. And yeah, guys, I'm kind of all for it. So let's keep reading and see what it has to say. So, while we're taking these claims with a pinch of salt for now, this is what I said, guys, a massive pinch of salt, because, they're just reports. We don't know if it's actually true. One of the social media scoopers appears to have unearthed some of the first major plot details for DC's Studios' upcoming reboot. As you can see below, it sounds like the Middle East will indeed be an integral part to this story, and that Superman finds himself pulled into a global spotlight after attempting to retrieve missing Kryptonian technology, which could hold the answers to his past. Yeah, guys, so it looks like Superman's going to be in the Middle East, trying to hunt down some Kryptonian tech that's been stolen or in the possession of people that shouldn't have it. And whilst doing so, his identity is revealed to the world. Superman is real, or, something along those lines anyway, guys, from what it sounds here. But yeah, I mean, I'm all for it. It sounds good. But the thing is, having, kryptonite or Kryptonian tech and stuff like that, I mean, I feel like that MacGuffin has kind of been done over and over and over again, and I don't really want to see any sort of kryptonite or Kryptonian tech or anything like that. I'm kind of done with that kind of MacGuffin, to be honest. I'm a little bit fed up of seeing that kind of popping up in Superman material. I'd rather have a Superman movie or TV show that doesn't contain any of that kind of stuff, because I think it's a get out of jail free card for Superman, and I would like to kind of sidestep it and focus on something else rather than Kryptonian stuff. I know he's from Krypton, but I mean, kryptonite or Kryptonian tech. I'd rather focus on something else. That's just from my personal point of view anyway, guys. So, we're guessing Supes is either mistaken for a terrorist or believed to be an American superweapon. Either way, it should give Gunn the opportunity to delve into that sort of worldwide consequences the emergence of a being like this would have on global politics. Absolutely, guys. Could you imagine if we saw this on the news in real life? Like, what would you think? You would think it's some sort of, Black Ops experimental, superhuman kind of, Black Ops project, I guess, where, they've made a superhuman somehow. And could you imagine the news going on around the world if we saw this in real life? This superhuman who could fly, who had incredible strength. It would be absolutely crazy. It would break the internet. It would break the world. People will go nuts about it. But, yeah, if James Gunn can do that justice on the big screen and kind of make it grounded and realistic. I know it's hard to say grounded when it's a Superman movie about a guy who can fly around and pretty much do anything. But you get what I say, guys. Kind of more of a grounded take on that. I would be for all. I'd be for that, guys. So still, the fact is supposedly Brainiac pulling the strings is what we know will excite you most, and we may just be a couple of years away from his long-awaited big screen debut. If this rumor is false, Gunn will be quick to debunk it. However, if he stays quiet, and he has with the Gal Gadot Wonder Woman situation, this leaker is likely on to something. Yeah, guys, one thing about James Gunn, whether you like him or hate him, he's very active on social media. Whenever people fire in questions or there's rumors about, the upcoming DC reboot going around, he's very quick to jump online and respond to people's questions or to shut down rumors or give responses and clear up information. He's very good at doing that. And that's one of the major pros about James Gunn, in my opinion. We need We need a guy like him who's going to be, you know, responsive to the community, clear up any worries or concerns, and, you know, information about the DC reboot. And yeah, he's just very good at doing that, guys. So in the comics, Brainiac is commonly depicted as a super intelligent android from the planet Kolu, who is obsessed with collecting all the knowledge in the universe. The villain was created by writer Otto Binder and artist Al Plastino, and debuted in 1958's Action Comics number 242. So Superman Legacy tells the story of Superman's journey to reconcile his Kryptonian heritage with his human upbringing as Clark Kent of Smallville, Kansas. He is the embodiment of truth, justice, and the American way, guided by human kindness in a world that sees kindness as old-fashioned. I really hope that James Gunn can go back to those old, those older Superman movies where, you know, Superman was kind of a bumbling idiot. He was just kind, and it was just part of his nature. It will be very, very drastic different from what we've seen in the Zack Snyder Superman. You know, he was very kind of strong-willed. He was very dark, very gritty. If they can go much more light-hearted tone, you know, more colorful palette on the movie screen, and yeah, it'd be a very kind of stark contrast. But I'm looking forward to seeing a more of an old-fashioned, kind, warm-hearted kind of take on Superman, because that's the kind of character he is, you know. So David Corenswet, who is playing Man of Steel, while Rachel Brosnahan has been tapped to star as Lois Lane. Other recent casting additions include Isabella Merced as Hawkgirl, Eddie Gathegi as Mr. Terrific, Nathan Fillion as Guy Gardner, Anthony Carrigan as Metamorpho, and Gabriella De Faria as the Engineer. The Engineer, she's playing the Engineer. That's from the Authority. She's part of the Authority. So whether she's going to be, the Authority sometimes can be like anti-heroes, kind of doing whatever they want to achieve a goal, even if they end up hurting people, they don't really care, and that kind of conflicts with Superman's kind of morals. So that could end up being a kind of a dispute on screen as well that we might see. But also the Authority, the Engineer who's from the Authority, could end up being a good guy supporting Superman. So we'll have to wait and see how that plays out, guys. So Skylar Gizondo is rumored to be playing Jimmy Olsen, and we've recently learned Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2 star Kurt Russell may be in the running for Jor-El. Superman Legacy is currently set to be released in theaters July 11th, 2025, so we've got a long time to go yet, guys. We're going to get loads of more news coming out, you know, about people being cast now that the actor strike's over. Casting announcements are going to come quick and fast, and it looks like there's a lot of characters. This movie looks like it's going to be quite stuffed, and a lot of people are worried that Superman's going to be playing a backseat in his own movie, and that's one of my concerns, to be honest, with the amount of characters that seem to be in this movie. So, the 7th viewer Anon, we have a Twitter post. Heard some stuff about Superman Legacy. I trust the source, but this stuff is always fuzzy. Superman's early in his career and isn't widely known. His big public reveal happens in the Middle East, where terrorists have gotten a hold of Kryptonian tech. Waller and Sam Lane send in the Authority to investigate. They believe Superman is responsible. Superman learned of the tech in the Fortress of Solitude, and hopes it will be the missing puzzle to discover where he comes from. Anyway, the big bad is Brainiac behind everything. As said in the first post, I trust this source, but it's all a game of telephone, with info passed from ear to ear, so we'll see how much of this, if anything, pans out. Sounds solid to me though, if true. So it looks like there's like a bunch of insiders who have obviously heard it from somebody else, who's heard it from somebody else, who's heard it from somebody else, like Chinese whispers, but you always have that risk of information accidentally, you know, being changed or adapted when it changes from person to person. You know, like the telephone game, you know, information gets misled, misheard, people, you know, misidentify with information, and, you know, it all kind of gets bent out of shape. So what we're actually hearing now may be vastly different from what the inside scooper heard in the first place. So just bear that in mind, guys. But yeah, so that's kind of where we are, guys. So this is a report, you know, saying that there's possible leaks about Superman. He's in the Middle East hunting down Kryptonian tech, and in the middle of whatever he's doing to hunt down the Kryptonian tech in the Middle East, his identity gets revealed to the world, and then all of a sudden, you know, Superman's this big worldwide figure, and everybody finds out about him. I think it sounds pretty cool. Brainiac being behind the scenes, pulling all the strings. Yeah, I'm definitely up for that. I haven't seen him on screen before. I don't know a whole lot about the Brainiac character, so I'm interested to learn as we go along with the new DC reboot of Superman. But yeah, guys, I throw it off to you. Let me know what you think about this. Jump into the comment section. Are you up for Brainiac being the mastermind behind Superman Legacy, or would you prefer another villain? Let me know, guys. Thank you so much for watching. See you soon.